Good day everyone. Today I will discuss about the pre-test all about the proof ed. So the first question is which state of psychosexual theory does young boys experience rivalry with their father for their mother's attention and affection? So the answer is letter C, phallic. So, unsa man na ang phallic? So, at this age, children also begin to discover the differences between males and females. Also, Freud also believed that boys begin to view their fathers as a rival for the mother's affection. So, the Oedipus complex describes this feeling of wanting to possess the mother and desire to replace the father. The next question is Manuel, a 5-year-old boy, can hold his pen and write his name with his right hand, which describes Manuel's action behavior. So the answer is letter A, development. So unsa man ni ang development? So development refers to a progressive series of changes that occur due to maturation and experience. It also proceeds from general to specific. So let's proceed to number 3. Mr. Francisco was very much worried about the thumb sucking of his son. A friend of him says that certain behavior among infants who presented the notion that certain behavior, a thumb sucking, is normal behavior. So, kisa may nagkuana ni. So, the answer is letter A, Simon Freud. So, according to the famous psychoanalyst Simon Freud, children go through a series of psychosexual stages that lead to the development of the adult personality. His theory describes also how personality develop over the course of childhood. So number 4, here's the question for number 4. Miss Reyes uses images and language to represent and understand her various lessons to preschool learners. What stage in the cognitive theory of development explain this? So the answer is letter B, pre-operational. So unsa man ni ang pre-operational stages? Ages 2 to 7 years. So children in this begin to think symbolically and learn to use words and pictures to represent objects. So, last number for the proof ed, what is the correct sequence of prenatal stages of development? So, the answer is letter C, germinal, embryo, fetus. So, let's talk about germinal period. So, weeks 1 to 2. So, the germinal period, about 14 days in length, lasts from conception to implantation of the zygote, the fertilized egg in the lining of the uterus. Also, the embryonic period, weeks 3 to 8. This embryonic period begins once the zygote is implanted in the uterine wall. It lasts for the 3rd through the 8th week after conception. Upon the implantation, this multicellular organism is called an embryo. Next one is the fetal period or the fetus, week 9 to 40. So when the organism is about 9 weeks old, the embryo is called a fetus. So at this stage, the fetus is about the size of a kidney bean and to take on the recognizable form of a human being as the tail begins to disappear. So next is let's proceed to the pre-test in mathematics major. The first question is for a sequence of events A and B, what rule is P times A union B is equal to P times A, P times B over A. So the answer is letter A. So multiplication rule. So unsa man ang multiplication rule? P times A union B is equal to P times A, P times B over A. So, subtraction rule also is P times A is equal to 1 minus P times A. So, addition rule is P times A union B is equal to P times A plus P times B minus P times A union B. So let's proceed to number 2. What is the maximum value of f times x is equal to 2x times 2x plus 4x plus 5? So the answer is letter 3. Letter B. I mean, so why letter B? So quadratic, formula of quadratic is a times ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, ang a nato diri is 2, b is 4, and c is 5. So, formula of minimum value, c minus b, squared over 4a. And 5, c nato is 5. Let's distribute. C is 5 minus 4 squared over 4 times 2. 5 minus 16 over 8. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. That's we can come up to the correct answer. So let's proceed to number 3. Find the sum of the first 36 odd numbers. So the answer is 1296. So let n as an odd number, and n to the power of 36 is 1296 because n nato is 36 because mauna ang atong odd numbers times 36 is equal to 1296. So let's proceed to number 4. Find the vertex of y is equal to 4x plus 6x plus 15. So the answer is letter A, negative 3/4 and 51 over 4. So vertex h and key, h is negative b over 2a and key is equal to c minus b squared minus 4a. So a is 4, b is 6, c is 15. So h is equal to negative 6 over 2 times 4. H is negative 8 over negative 6 over 8. So negative 3 over 4. So key is 15 minus 6 squared over 4 times 4. Key is 15 minus 36 over 16. So, muna ni came up ta nga ang key is 51 over 4. So, the last number is for the major exam, which statement is true? The answer is letter C. Square root of 3 is a real number. Nganuman, real numbers includes rational numbers like positive and negative integers, fractions, and irrational numbers. Square root of 3 is an irrational number because it cannot be expressed as the quotient of two integers. So, it is a real number. So, that's all for learning enhancement, and thank you for listening, and God bless us all.